Hello and welcome to my Sunday From. Today is just another mukbang, and I actually have a plate of nachos, and I used ramen instead of rice, and I made just beans, and I just have a milk drink. It's just vanilla. Mmm, very good. So I'm just having a relaxing Thursday. It was supposed to have tornadoes today, but all my windows are open. I turned the heater off because this morning it was a little bit chilly, like the breeze and the precipitation like combined made it real cool, and I was like, that's too much for me. So at first I had the windows, and then I was like, it's way colder than I thought, and I had to wait until the afternoon, and I started cooking, and I was like, well, this is perfect. Like, I don't know, it just felt like a perfect moment. And the tornado was nothing. I didn't hear sirens or anything today. So hopefully we continue that tonight until tomorrow when it passes, and hopefully we'll just have regular winter type weather. Um, so we're gonna have snow on Sunday and Monday, and it's not looking like real bad. Some places might get really bad snow. So guys, just be watchful because this storm is the second storm, as you remember from my previous updates for weather. Um, and it's still winter, so um, be careful. But yeah, I have this wonderful plate of nachos, and I want to dig into it. So I use ground turkey, I think. And I had so much left over of my nachos because it was like a personal size. I just put it in my beans, and I also put it like the broth. I put it in my ramen, my rice. And this is good. So I've been craving nachos. Let's see how they turned out. Mm, that's really good. Mm-hmm. I think this year the Olympics were more interesting than the previous years. But I think because like we weren't expecting much, I feel like it was like the opposite of the pageant. Remember the pageant? And I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of lighthearted more than it was drama. I mean, at times at first, like I was like, oh no, here we go, and then it just ended up like I don't know. It just ended up looking way better than expected. And I think the coverage was really cool. I really liked the coverage. But um Yeah, I've been watching the news, the true crime updates, and all that stuff. I think mostly it's Nancy Guthrie, and I just wanted to write in my journal just to get it out because, like, mm, every update, I feel like the less people get interested in the case. Mm, and the more criticism is drawn to what people mostly generalize as a waste of taxpayer money. They kind of do that, you know? They don't just like go like, oh, a human being. They're like, ugh, another, another case to waste our police time and energy on. But I don't know, some people are just that ways. I don't understand it. So the less interested mainstream America's is in this case, the more people are gonna come out and heckle the crap out of it and be like, oh, well, just sticking their nose in it and just really murking it up. And then they'll start fighting over it, and then it goes online. And then once it goes online, um, they'll clip it and use it in court. And it's just the stupidest circus type situation that only happens in America. But, yeah, hopefully it doesn't work that way here. And people do, understand that, you know, it could happen to anybody, I guess. I know I did say, like, oh, well, Feldman was in the Epstein files, but he was. And that doesn't make him innocent. If he wasn't questioned, then I want to bring it up, right? And if that was going to get your attention, then that's exactly what, you know, happened. Because I feel like if you're just staying quiet, you're not gonna, you're not gonna allow for justice, the justice process to begin with to happen. So I figure there has to be something inside of their circle that made them prone to this to happen. It has to be. It can't just have occurred to them randomly. And some people are conspiring about um the Epstein files alone. And how this all played into why DOJ disclosed the Epstein files. They're never happy with what they get. They're never happy with what they get. And for them to say that our president is silencing them one by one, she literally, like, these people are crazy. They literally said one by one of those billions of people in the Epstein files is going to be silenced by our president. Like, girl, leave. Just go wherever you're supposed to go. Like, why are you in America if you're that if you're that toxic. Like, and she had a whole panel, and she told them, this is a toxic influence. She told them, if you have nothing to add of value to the conversation, you need to leave. I told you from the beginning we were going to have an intellectual discussion, and that you need to be bringing you need to be bringing the your talking points, you know, up front, and you know, bring some smart, reasonable, sound minded things to the table. She said, like, you have to be like on point, like you have to be at a higher level of IQ to get on those panels with her. I was like, girl, stop. I know you're eating your Cheetos. I know you're eating your Cheetos because you won't even cam up right now. So I was like, in the middle of all this, who does she think she is? Like, block. I can't deal with that. Like, what's going on my screen? And it was like not even, it was like she was training, you know how bad dog owners train their dogs? Like, she was literally patronizing them, like, why are you doing that? Do not do that. Like, wow. And they were trying so hard. They were like, we don't even know you. Oh my god. I get in some awkward situations myself because I don't know everybody and people don't know me. And I'm not like this huge, big celebrity that's every billboard, like, right? So I get in some weird situations and I have to shut my mouth. Like, I don't tell them anything. I don't tell them who I am. I don't tell them, I do this show or none of that at all. And I don't know. It's just like people are like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, or you like, like they get all like, like she don't know shit. What the fuck would she know? And I'm like, wow. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. It like automatically, like automatically, I get booted, blocked, muted. They're like, she doesn't know. Like, whatever I don't know, I have ways of finding out, honey. Run till that, right? Mm. So this weather has me so hyped up, let me tell you. I got like the most energy for it too. Because I've been taking green tea and it's giving me like really great energy. I don't know why I stopped taking it. Probably because I had like a better product or a more expensive product. Mm. I want to go back to it, but when I'm like working out. Like, so I'm gonna get into a routine, and I hope you guys like want to see it documented because I kind of want to document it. I totally want to do one of those 30-day transformations, or like at least a target area transformation, or maybe even a 90-day one. That would be so much fun. Like, I didn't know these grilling beans were baked beans, and I was like, oh man, what's that gonna taste like? But it tastes fine, guys. It's like a lot of like, how do you call it, molasses in it. Mmm. So my birthday, I know I did my birthday mukbang last, and it was like a little cake, but I loved that cake so much. Now I look back, like think back on it, I was like, that was such a little beauty little cake. But I still feel like it was worth all the effort. And everything's like way better than it was last year. Like when winter started, it's like way better. Right now I'm like more go with the flow, and when in time things will fall in place. Or no, that's not what I want to say. What I want to say is that um God knows when it's time, because when the time arrives for you to, do certain things, you'll be ready. And like, I think for me that's important, because I have this thing whenever things change, I get really like, I don't know, I get really like, mm, I don't know, I get really like timid, like real tight, and I just don't want to like, I just want everything a certain way, like I get real like uptight, and I hate that. Like I hate feeling like that. And I just like, if it's out of my control, I'll start to like, how do you say? Like beat myself up about anything. It could be anything. The sky could be like, have like three clouds, and I'll be like, should have had four. It's my fault. Like I feel like everything's my fault. And I don't know why I'm like that. Whenever something switches up in my environment, I feel like I should have, you know, I could have done something better, or like maybe the results aren't going to be what they should be. And I just extremely get paranoid and really like, I don't know, I feel real dragged, I guess. And that's just how I am. I don't know if you know anybody that's like that, but I feel like right now I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm proud of where I am today. But like, looking at it from 46 years down it's like I think of myself as being very um keen on having a goal and succeeding at, you know, finishing it. And that's like something that a lot of people don't have these days, the drive. And I'd say, like, I don't know, like maybe we should work on that too. Because, like, why do I feel this way? And I think this week, like, what I did, instead of just kicking back and saying, well, when it's time, you know, I'll get through it. Like, I'll get this accomplished. Um, I I just kind of like put that before everything. And so, like, I don't know, I just kind of cleared off my schedule and said, whatever this is that needs to be done, that's priority right now. And I didn't waste any time. I started, you know, trying to get it together and organize, planning. And then when it was time to do it, it was done. And it was not hard. It was fun, because like I had already thought in my mind of all the what ifs. And eventually, when it came time for it to happen, I was like, okay, well, um, here I am, it's finished. And now I can kick back and it's business as usual and get the rest of my stuff done. And now it's just like a happy memory, you see? Like, it's a lot to make it into a positive experience. If you have to do something, if something needs to be done, and it's up to you to complete that task, then you can do it, but in your own terms, and make sure that you have all the tools to complete it, And like I say all the time, if you need help, you can ask for help. And by the time it's time for you to start, to be boots on the ground, you'll know everything. All your what ifs will be answered. There'll be no more questions, and just like that, knock it out, and it's over. And that's how, I feel like that's how I think we need to approach things, um, especially if they're important to us, things that are important to us, or, you know, I think because we don't always look at um, life in the first person point of view, because we've been so, how do you say, spread out, trying to fix, you know, when somebody did sabotage us, throw an obstacle in front of us so long, it's like we want to go and take care of ourselves, and somebody was like, no, no, you can't. I don't want you to live that normal life. I want you doing strenuous things. And you're just like, no, I want self-care. I want me time. And it's like, it feels like you feel that negative energy and outside your world, and it's just kind of pulls you in there, and it's like you can't escape. You just been exposed and you can't look away from it. You can't fight it off anymore. You just become a part of that. And I think we need to just, you know, pull back and say, break away and be free again and be yourself again. Love yourself again. Just be your individual, lovely self and start accepting you and saying, I'm good enough. I'm going to do better for myself and I am important, because then you'll feel worthy to live your life in, you know, in your point of view, in your vantage point, to where you can say everything I say needs to be heard. Everything I do needs to be seen. And everything that I am is worthy. And that's what a lot of us lost. And we need to find the time. We need to scrounge up the energy and continue going on without, struggling behind, because we're just gonna lose it again. You don't want to lose yourself in all this hamster wheel motion. Like, we need to literally, yes, work is important. Having quality time with your loved ones is important, but also taking time for your wellness is just as much a thing in your life. So, with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Give this a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Might sound different. Bye bye.